This is the closest thing to the NBA and MLB All-Star Game, the World Series, and all the Hall of Fame events. And so the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductions in 2012 were really morphed into a real fantastic, serious event that I'm very happy to be part of, inducting the Beastie Boys, especially with LL Cool J, who should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because he's just a tremendous statement. Before people start running off with Jay-Z and Eminem statements, there was LL Cool J and the Beastie Boys. And coming out of our fraternity of Def Jam, which is the last great record label. It was a very proud moment to be up there. And it's also a very proud moment to let everybody know that hip-hop at its best should reflect all the musicality in the room. I sat at a table, my table, I got Smokey Robinson and Carole King at my table. Now, as a fucking songwriter, as somebody in hip-hop and rap music, if you can't recognize the stature of those greats, you don't need to be in music. You can't say you're a hip-hop anything because hip-hop and the DJ starts from the knowledge and the homage to the records and the musicians and the labels and the great radio people like my man Kobe Cole, who helped build some of these places and people and things. So, I mean, recognition is very important if you're in rap music and hip-hop, and to recognize the third inductees into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame here in Cleveland was a treat and a joy. Run DMC and Jam Master Jay, 2009, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5, who I'm going to check out tonight at the House of Blues. Grandmaster Flash tonight, and this year the Beastie Boys. Can't get no better than that. So, I mean, it makes you think, right? So, we take this very seriously. This was a benchmark in the music to show people that, look, man, this is not a joke. This is not a passing fad. This is not kids music. And so when somebody comes along and says, you know what, yo, Chuck, is hip hop rock and roll? That question just shows that they don't know enough damn history. Because if you can't connect Robert Johnson to Slash, who's black by the way anyway in this country, if you can't connect Robert Johnson to Duff, then you don't know what you're talking about. You don't need to be here, Cole.
Hey.
What do you say, Cole?
What's up, man? I wanted you to...
That is Kobe Cole, who broke a lot of my records in Philadelphia as a DJ. And I know he's had struggles with his bosses, like, I want to play this song, but it's not right for Arbitron ratings and all that shit that don't count. But anyway.
Well, I wanted you to paint the picture. A lot of people didn't know about Public Enemy in 1987, and the Beastie Boys were in a prime #1 album, debut album. They go on this big tour, and they put you guys on the tour, and you guys were completely different to the audience that they had coming to their shows. What was that like for you guys, and paint that picture in hip-hop history?
We were cheap. We replaced Fishbone on the License to Ill tour in April 1st to April 15th, 1987. And we were on the Def Jam label. And of course, it behooved that the management would actually turn around and say, wow, what do we have here to replace Fishbone, which was also a CBS, doesn't that sound funny? A CBS recording label group. And we played the 15 dates, and they said, well, look, for this amount of money, $1,000 a night, what can you do? Well, we can't get no bus, so, I got a van. My girlfriend rented me a van, and I actually drove the 15 cities, and we got 2 rooms and slept with people's feet in our faces and all. But we played the 15 dates on the License to Ill tour, and it was a great teaching for us as professionals just to see how it operated before we got on the next tour, which was with LL Cool J, the Def Jam tour. So we had already played the Philadelphia Spectrum in April 1987 before we actually came back and played a gig for Power 99 and Lady B, a great lady who broke our records in Philadelphia as well. So that was very groundbreaking for us, that we already played arenas with the License to Ill tour before we came back to play clubs.